Well, it is never too late to accomplish your dreams.
Absolutely. A new series at the Palace Theater is all about ordinary people sharing extraordinary things that they are doing in the second half of their lives. Yeah, so today we're joined by 67-year-old bodybuilder, competitive bodybuilder, Patty Walcott Henderson. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks. It's so awesome to be here.
We want to tell that story that we just shared during the commercial break. You've always been active, but years ago you were diagnosed with osteoporosis.
Yes, 2014. I've always running at that point. I had 4 kids, and so running was my main form of exercise, and skiing. And I was jogging in the woods, tripped on a root, broke a bone in my wrist, and then 6 months later I was skiing, fell, stupid little fall, fractured my pelvis. So,
oh, wow, that's a pretty big fracture.
2 breaks in 6 months.
Yeah.
So I had a DEXA scan, and I had significant osteoporosis with
Isn't that
high risk
incredible?
of fracture, which obviously I already knew.
Right.
And so I got put on medication, and then I just didn't really, I floundered in my fitness because I didn't feel comfortable running or skiing after that. And so fast forward a couple of years, my daughter had started weightlifting competitively and really, really loved it and said, you should do it. And so I started weightlifting with no intentions of competing. Just, I started as a lifestyle client just to, I really enjoyed the feeling of being fit and getting a good hard workout in.
Yeah.
And so I loved it. And after a couple of months, I started to see changes in my body, and I thought, why not me?
Why not you?
Why not me? So
Well, I love that you say 67 is the new 37.
Yeah.
And that women, I mean, especially as we get older, and this is a big thing that all the research is coming out, perimenopausal, menopausal, so anytime really past the 35, we're losing a lot of muscle. We need to strength
But
train.
we don't have to.
We don't have to.
lose it.
You
Right.
are living proof of
Yes.
that. But tell us what you've learned, because
Yes.
you're also a retired nurse. So
I am a retired nurse, yes. Well, one thing I learned, which was I was very protein deficient my entire life. We need protein,
Yeah.
and most women do not eat. Most women don't eat enough, period, but don't eat enough protein.
Right.
And muscle needs fuel to grow, and it needs protein. So I really started being very aware of my protein. And
Are you a good public speaker? So far, you're doing great. You're about to go tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow night,
at
yes.
7 o'clock
Yes.
at the Palace Theater in
Yes.
Waterbury.
Yes.
Tell us what's happening.
Yes, my good friend Sherry, my best friend from 3rd grade.
Sherry!
Yes. With the Waterbury Palace Theater, okay?
She does
she's like, you need a second act story.
Yes,
So you got to tell your
yes,
story. This
yes,
is so
I'm
cool.
going to tell my stories, and she coordinates the talks, and so she asked me to do it over a year ago, and I'm like, ugh. And she finally persuaded me, and here we are.
Okay, can I just say to our audience, you're going to be great, but also a picture says 1,000 words. Can we just show the picture of you as a competitive bodybuilder at 67 years old? Look at her.
This is really remarkable.
That is incredible. Like, I mean, what kind of workout do you do in a day?
Well, you know, and that's the thing. It's not people think you're being in the gym for hours. It's not.
It's not?
No. I did work out 6 days a week.
Okay, that's a lot.
But an hour-ish at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was it. And my cardio was, the most cardio I ever had, prescribed cardio from my coach, was Stairmaster, 15 minutes, 3 times a week.
That's
was
it.
The rest of it was
At what level? Do you know?
No, I don't.
just to get your heart racing.
Just
yeah.
to get your heart up.
Oh,
You know,
my God.
I mean,
Mine's like, it goes 0 to 20, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad
no,
if I'm not.
I wasn't killing myself.
All right,
no,
good. That makes
no,
me
no,
happy.
no. But I was, you know, I golf a lot, so I was walking a lot and walking my dog. So I'm, you know, everybody's different, but I didn't require a lot of cardio.
And so many women worry, oh my gosh, I'm going to lift weights and I'm going to get big. And,
no.
and it takes you prove it takes a lot of effort to get
Yes.
big. It's more that
Yes.
we're preserving, and
Yes.
it changes your metabolism, right?
Well, resistance training, we should all be doing resistance training. It is, and I talk about this in my talk, it's the fountain of youth. It truly is.
Right.
It helps with, for diabetics with insulin usage. It helps cardiovascularly, reduces your bad cholesterol, reduces your blood pressure. It helps build bone. And I've turned my bone health around.
You have, so your scans are better.
Yes, yes.
That's great.
Yes, and it helps with depression and anxiety. It helps us. My husband Tom always says, at this age, the ground is our enemy, and so weightlifting helps with your flexibility and your balance. I mean, it is truly the fountain of youth.
Where do you work out?
Well, I work out at a gym, but during COVID, we had a very small home gym that we were thinking of getting rid of because we never used it, and then COVID happened, and so I was able to work out there. But you don't have to work out at a gym. You just buy some resistance bands on Amazon.
Right,
Or some dumbbells, right?
Or some dumbbells, and Google some exercises.
How heavy do you lift?
Well,
You do a lot, I'm sure, but yeah.
No, I'm,
No?
I'm not like a crazy,
Okay.
intense,
Like, what do you curl?
15.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, so you're not doing like 50, like.
Oh, hell no. Heck no. Sorry.
Okay, so that's doable for women. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really wonderful.
Yeah, it's all about intention and persistence and just being consistent.
Yeah, that's really
The
remarkable.
consistency
Yeah.
over, yes.
Well, I'm so glad your health is, has improved
Yes,
dramatically.
I
That's
actually have
really-
another DEXA scan in a couple of weeks. My last one showed I do have osteopenia in my vertebrae, which is a big improvement. And I still did have osteoporosis in my hips, but it was improved. But
That's
I am
great.
sure that my next DEXA scan will.
That's
Well,
awesome
Patty,
that you can change things.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
thank you enough for being on our show. Good luck
Thank
tomorrow
you
at the
so
talk.
much. Thank
The
you.
talk is tomorrow night. The presentation will take place tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the Palace Theater in Waterbury. To learn more, visit palacetheaterct.org. Again, thank you so much for being on our
Thank you.
show.